And harder to afford to work and live here in Southwest Florida. Hello again, I'm Kelly Miller in for Russ McCaskey.
And I'm Taylor Wirtz in for Amanda Hall. Wing News consumer reporter Andriana Shepard breaks down how much you need to bring in order to rent comfortably in our area.
For renters, finding a place in Southwest Florida that fits in your budget can feel like looking for gold at the end of a rainbow.
Rent's terrible.
Data from Florida Atlantic University, University of Alabama, and FGCU's professor of real estate Shelton Weeks shows rent in the Fort Myers Cape Coral area is quickly squeezing more and more out of your wallets.
Whenever you go into the market to rent housing here, the prices are going up, and unfortunately that trend is continuing.
Every month, the three universities release this rental index, breaking down the changes in rent in the country's largest metropolitan areas. Our area has seen a more than 13% increase in rent in April compared to the same time last year, putting us at the top of the year-over-year change list.
Our average rent is now above $2,300 a month, whereas based on the historical trend, we'd expect it to barely be over $2,000.
And that doesn't include utilities.
If you think about trying to budget for that, if you're in this market, it's going to be very challenging.
The United States Department of Housing and Urban Development says if you're putting more than 30% of your income toward rent, you're considered rent burdened. According to the rental index, you'd need to make about $93,000 in our area in order to not have that label.
The next column is severely rent burdened. HUD describes that as an individual having to pay more than 50% of their gross to cover housing expenses. And you see, when you look at that number, it's almost $56,000 in Southwest Florida. And again, that's without utilities.
I would assume that the average Southwest Floridian is not making $92,000.
No, they're not. Not even close.
I would say a lot aren't making $55,000.
No.
Job search website ZipRecruiter lists the average salary for our area at a little less than $45,000.
Quite simply, people have to move where they can afford to live. It means that it's going to be harder for our first responders, our teachers, the folks that wait on us in the restaurants. Where are they going to live?
And Hurricane Ian made this rental crisis even worse. Dr. Weeks says Southwest Florida lost thousands of apartments and homes.
Whenever you have a storm event like Ian, is that you're going to lose some units, and in particular the units that you lose tend to be ones of maybe lower quality, older structures, which unfortunately are probably the most affordable from a rental standpoint.
Dr. Weeks adds there's no easy way to fix this problem.
The only answer for us in terms of addressing this problem is to add supply to the housing market. The challenge with this will be that there's no quick fix. To add supply in the housing market takes years. We've got to figure out how to do that more efficiently and as fast as possible.
Dr. Weeks says that needs to include all types of housing, places people can rent like apartments, as well as homes and condos someone can buy. Andriana Shepard, Wink News.